So today's chapter is matter around us. Is it pure or not? So actually what is happening are many molecules are present. Okay, water molecule, nitrogen dioxide, okay, sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid, okay, these are almost pure. Pure means only one compound, not in compound many atoms are present, like in hydrogen chloride, hydrogen and chlorine is present. In water, H2O, so hydrogen and oxygen is present. In H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. In sulfuric acid, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen is present. So after all, this is a compound. So this compound is pure. We may say that it is pure when it's not having any other compounds. Okay, so actually in the universe or whatever surrounding us, these are actually mixture, means not one compound is separated from every compound. Like maybe two compounds are present together, three compounds, four compounds, likewise mostly many compounds are there. Like we may think about soil. So soil is composed of so many type of compounds, and not only compounds. The compounds means that is non-living entity, but living entity also there, right? Maybe it is microbes like virus, bacteria, okay, or any other type of fungus, yeast, okay, and another maybe some type of herb, okay, very small herbs that may be very close to soil, okay, that are very small if it is very small, okay. Likewise so many things are there together, so it is actually a mixture form. We usually refer a mixture in the sense of compounds. Many compounds are present together. So when like sodium chloride, we eat sodium chloride, but sodium chloride where it is obtained, it is mostly from sea, okay, sea salt. So sea salt, when we collect that the time we see that it is not only NaCl, many other compound or many other solid salts are also present. So we need to separate, because we need only pure sodium chloride that is helpful for our health. Maybe some other salt that may cause some harmful effect inside our body, okay. Not always it will be harmful, maybe beneficial effect may also present, but usually when we focus to collect only sodium chloride, then we need to process it out like separation. So this is the phenomena. So mixture, so type of mixture, many type of mixture are there. So mostly we need to think about that. See, likewise here, so filtration, we do filtration for separation, means more than one compounds are there, we need one compound only. So we do filtration. By filtration, actually filter paper is there. So filter paper do what does it do? Actually filter paper provides a pore like structure. That pore like structure may be only maybe only used to separate, like maybe our targeted compound, like for example a compound is needed to separate, okay. So maybe a compound is going to cross that pore, only a compound. Other compound like B, C, D may be present in the mixture, but B, C, D are unable to cross that pore. Means B, C, D compounds are much more diameter, much more those may have much more diameter than pore diameter. That's why, likewise, so this is the principle behind one, means pore structure, okay. Filtration, we may do like filtration, like now it is solution. So solution, actually whatever NaCl compound, like NaCl compound, sodium chloride, Na and Cl, sodium and chlorine atoms are present, so, okay, in ionic form. So sodium chloride, what we do in solution, for making solution, we add that sodium chloride to water, into water, okay. So then we stir that, and after stirring we get solution. Means the sodium chloride molecule are not present uniquely. Now they got incorporated inside the water molecules. So many water molecules are surrounding one NaCl, like sodium chloride. So likewise, that's why it is mixed form. This is called solution. And another thing to remember, that in case of solution, it is very transparent, means mixing is very good, okay. So likewise alloy is the alloy in case of metal we use to this term. In case of alloy, what happens, more than one metal are present in the alloy. Okay, so okay, this one. Okay, solute and solvent. When we make solution, then one may have less concentration, like sodium chloride added in the 10 milliliter water. Okay, sodium chloride, if sodium chloride amount is less, then it is solute, and water molecule is more, so water is solvent. Okay, so solute is less in amount and solvent is more in amount, that is in the solution. Okay, okay, properties of a solution. So solution, yeah, temperature, increasing temperature helps in solubility, means more salt can be more solute can be added in the solution, more solute can be distributed inside the solution. Okay, concentration of a solution means, concentration means how much strength is there, how much strength of the solute is present inside the solution, that is the concentration. Okay, like in 100 milliliter of water, 20 gram of 20 gram of NaCl is added, so 20%, like we can say that 20% is the concentration of solution. Likewise, okay, so temperature dependent is there, means if you increase the temperature, then volume of the solution gets increased. So volume of solution increased means this helps in more solubility, means we can add more solute to the solution. Okay, so concentration may be measured in this equation, like mass by mass percentage, means mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. This will give percentage of mass percentage of the solution. Okay, and another thing, mass by volume, means mass of solute and volume of solution into 100. Okay, this is another mass by volume, and another is volume by volume, means volume of solute by volume of solution into 100. So these are the three process. Like here 11.1% calculated. How? Mass percentage, means mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100, so 11.1% mass percentage of solution. Likewise we can get. Okay, so now what is suspension? Suspension means in case of solution it is transparent. Okay, all were mixed. Okay, no solute particle was separated from the solution, no unique properties were there. But in case of suspension, this is suspended form, means not transparent properly, maybe solute particles are visible, maybe solute particles may be easily separated, maybe it can be easily separated, so that is the suspension. Okay, so main point is suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. A solution was a homogeneous mixture because it was mixed properly. In case of heterogeneous mixture, suspension, particulate matter we can observe. Okay, that's why particles of a suspension are visible to the naked eye, Okay, so this is the main property of suspension. So properties of a suspension. So suspension is a heterogeneous mixture, obviously, and the particles of a suspension can be seen by the naked eye. Okay, and another thing, the particles of a suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and make it path visible. Why? Means actually particulate matter are present, right? So when we project some light, then light can be scattered. Okay, light can be diverted to other direction by that particulate matter, means solid particles. That's why this is the unique property of suspension. Okay, another thing, solute particles settle down. Yes, why? Because when we left under because particulate matter were present, so it may have interacted, it may get attracted or it may involved to sedimentation, means up to with other particulate matter, so that makes it unstable. Okay, so suspension when we keep undisturbed, then it may create a sedimentation. Okay, it may get settled down. Okay, so that is a suspension. Now it is a colloidal suspension, colloidal solution. So colloidal solution, unique property, this is solution, this is also solution, you need to remember. And colloidal solution means actually the size of the particles, what is happening, we need to remember this point. relatively smaller size of particles as compared to that of a suspension. In suspension, the particulate matter was more having more diameter. Okay, but in case of colloidal suspension, this is colloidal solution. This is small, relatively smaller size of particles. Particulate matter is present in colloidal solution also, but it is less in diameter than suspension. This point we need to remember. This is the main unique property. Okay, the mixture appears to be homogeneous, almost homogeneous. Solution was purely homogeneous. Colloidal solution is almost homogeneous, and suspension it is heterogeneous. Okay, example is milk. Colloidal solution means particulate matter is present but very less in size. So Tyndall effect is known. Tyndall effect is almost same in with the suspension. In suspension, particulate matter was very high. That's why scattering was very high when we project some light. But in case of Tyndall effect, in case of that this colloidal solution, the scattering of light is little bit less. Little Tyndall effect can also be observed when a fine beam of light enters a room through a small hole. This happens due to the scattering of light by the particles of dust and smoke in the air. Likewise, in case of colloidal solution, the light is scattered. So see, path of light becomes visible from outside. Okay, so scattering is less here and the path is visible. Okay, so light scattering happening but the path is visible. That is the Tyndall effect. Scientist Tyndall first observed this. That's why it is Tyndall effect. So properties of colloid. A colloid is a heterogeneous mixture, obviously. Colloid is obviously heterogeneous, but the colloidal solution is almost homogeneous. Okay, the size of the particles of a colloid is too small to be individually seen by naked eyes. In case of suspension, it can be seen by naked eyes, but in this case colloidal solution it is not seen. It cannot be seen by naked eyes. Okay, so these are the properties. Separating our compounds I will discuss later. So thank you.